you had no vagina, how would you keep a man around? Yeah, something just happened. Your vagina disappeared, and your husband. You still got to keep him around. What do you do?
We got the mouth.
You got the
God,
mouth?
throat goat.
Okay.
Oh,
Okay.
God.
What do you?
I mean, might give some underarm and some throat. And,
Throat?
What's the underarm?
Yeah,
What the
some
fuck?
boob.
You guys are
action.
teaching me so many new things.
I know. I'm literally about to go home on Pornhub and type in underarm. What about you?
I mean, I got feet.
You got feet?
You know,
That's it?
feet and a mouth. You know, yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
What do you think?
I mean, boobs and mouth.
Boobs and mouth?
Yeah, whatever else is available that he likes.
So, like, anal.
Whatever else is available
Okay.
that he likes.
Okay. Anal.
What you
What
want?
about
What you
you?
want?
You say anal?
Underarm, the
You
boob,
say
the
anal?
butt.
Yeah. What do you think?
Get you out.
What do you think?
That's all bad.
Yeah.
Feet and mouth. That's like
Wow,
you said,
y'all
feet and
really
mouth.
just like reduced yourselves to a series
what
of
I'm saying.
holes.
Like y'all, one of y'all, not one of
There's
y'all.
a lot of
Wait,
other
wait,
things
wait,
that
wait.
y'all could have
Not,
said.
not one of y'all said, oh, not one of y'all said, oh, I can be a good girlfriend. Yo,
I didn't
'cause
say
that-
anything.
Because here's the
Honestly, I
thing.
thought
Here's the
we
thing.
said
You
sexual.
just gotta make yourself now replaceable.
Yeah, I thought it was.
Yeah, because I said if you had no vagina, how would you keep a man around?
You
I
cook
never
his
said.
favorite food.
I never technically said that it had to be sexual, but y'all all reduced yourselves to just some holes. Y'all were the ones who said that y'all
I
were
didn't
just a bunch
say
of holes.
anything.
That's all I'm saying.
Yo,
I know how horny
sex
y'all men
already.
are.
I got a question.
Yeah.
Oh, go right ahead, Mike.
No, I was gonna ask, like, what makes y'all special then? Like, what makes you ladies stand out from other chicks to lock down a high value guy that you want?
I feel like you being you, like.
No, what does that mean?
No. I want to know what
What's
makes
the
you
same thing?
special, and you being you doesn't make you special. Like, what's a special trait that's different from all the other girls?
Everything. I feel like a lot of things.
What is
about
everything?
Me.
He said, "What is it?"
My drive, independent.
Like the sexual
We
drive.
don't
or
like
ambitious?
independence. I don't want to hear that answer again,
Well,
ladies. Ugh.
I'm not needy. Like I hear a lot of that. A lot of girls are beggars or just kind of like
Nagging.
get whatever they want the money. Like I don't. I want to like you for you. Like I don't want that to ever come off like the high
Good talk,
value.
question.
Okay, but yeah. I think it's a lot of things. I can keep on going down the list.
I just want the most special thing.
Personality.
Personality.
I have a vibe. I'm a whole ass
Oh,
vibe.
vibe too.
I'm a whole ass vibe.
Okay. What about you?
I would say I'm not very high maintenance. I mean, I can be, but I'm not.
That's actually pretty good. Yeah.
high maintenance. Yeah.
What do you think? What makes you special?
I would say I'm very open-minded.
Very open-minded. Okay, so she'll lick your butt.
Wait,
guys.
open-minded. Would you delete your Instagram for you guy
Yeah.
that you really like?
Yeah.
He's crazy.
Okay.
Controlling.
That's pretty open-minded.
Yeah,
What about
I
you?
don't know. Submissive. To the
Submissive.
right person, yeah.
Submissive.
I'll get in the kitchen.
You'll get in the kitchen. Okay. What would you do?
I'm sorry. Repeat the question.
What was it again? What makes you special, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. What makes you special?
Other than sex.
Personality, vibe, the drive that you have for like what you do for a living, and just a drive for yourself.
Okay. Well, I really want y'all to understand. Sometimes personality, anything that's work related, sometimes it's just none of it, guys.
Sucks.
It's
I'm
really
sweating.
about the feminine. It's really about the feminine energy and like nurturing. Like a guy really, I can't express to y'all how much like it's a big deal when a guy gives his last name to somebody, when he gives his genetics to somebody. Like it's all a really big deal. So like showing how nurturing you are, or just how caring and loving and just like feminine you are, that shit goes miles. Like barely any of these answers were like, like super hyper feminine type of answers, and like, but that's all a guy really gives a fuck about. I'm telling y'all. Like,
And the guy that you want doesn't care about
I'm
your
getting in the
personality.
kitchen.
yeah.
I
yeah,
said that.
yeah.
But that's part of my
kitchen's good.
vibe. That's
Yeah.
part of my vibe.
Okay,
like,
yeah.
You know,
If it's like that, then
yeah.
that's fine.
So
Um,
you know what I think is crazy
Yeah, but if you have a
too?
personality you can't cook or you
What's
can't
crazy?
clean, then
yeah, here.
So
here,
what's
go ahead.
crazy? So the cooking, the cleaning, personality. These things. I think it's okay to just mention those things. But why are those things never mentioned as far as the things you can bring to the table before sex? If your personality is so good, if your vibe is so good. And then my second part of this question is, not one of you ladies even mentioned loyalty, which should be the number one thing a man wants.
Is being
Remember,
submissive not
like,
being loyal?
hold on 1 second. No, they're two
it's
different
not.
things.
Yeah, those two different things.
So real quick, one of the things Sergio mentioned earlier in the show, and we mentioned this a couple times, Mike even mentioned it, men do not want a hoe. Like,
all we care about.
like, nobody mentioned loyalty, which is crazy to me.
Yeah.
Yeah, y'all want a man to be faithful. Like, and it's like, what the fuck? Like, that shit is like
Yeah.
ass backwards.
And the reason why we give so much about loyalty, like everything's always a projection, and like we really give a fuck about loyalty because we couldn't tell if the baby was ours for thousands of years. There was no way to tell until until we were able to just test it in the last, I don't know when they started doing it, in the last 100 years.
I mean, if you
So-
white and my baby come out black, I think you knew.
Yeah, but that's not how the case always works, especially when we were in
That's pretty
villages with people that were all of our colors and shit like that. I'm explaining to you why I'm naturally wired to really give a fuck about that pussy being just my fucking pussy. I'm naturally wired to mate guard and make sure nobody comes around what's mine. Mate guarding is even something for your kids, like my daughter. I mate guard her. If she's 15 years old and she gets raped, she has trauma for life. It can make her hypersexual. It can destroy her. So I have to mate guard all women in my life. I have 4 sisters. I think everybody, all women have to be protected like crazy because trauma destroys women. Trauma makes men stronger. It makes men into, we love men from the trenches. We love men that go through hell and make it through it. Those that are worshipped by society. A woman that goes through trauma, a woman with scars, it's the opposite. We don't like women with scars. It's because a woman with scars, like we were saying earlier, that trauma, what does it do? It goes into your kids. We really give a fuck about it. This is why youth is also a huge deal to guys. Like nobody likes to talk about this, but there's a wall that women hit at a certain age. And you start noticing at that age, you don't still pull the guys like you pulled when you were 21. And like when that wall hits, it's a big deal. But the reason why is because youth is a big deal to men. And a lot of men, though, our age is a big deal to us. We losers at 20, and then we're badasses at 30, 35. So like we like Mother Nature, Father Time. Like we switch on each other. Privileges switch also. Women are super privileged when they're young. Men are more privileged than later on in life. If y'all had only 5 hours to make a guy fall in love with you, what do you do? Only 5? Yeah. Only 5 hours to make a guy fall in love with you. What do you do?
Only 5 hours to make him fall in love with me.
We can even like make it fun and say like you're on a trip somewhere, Dubai, and you meet this amazing man. You only have 5 hours until you got to go on your flight back. And you want him to fall so hard for you that he just wants to move you back out to Dubai. What do? You got 5 hours. What do you do?
Make that the best 5 hours he's ever
Like the
ever
craziest
had.
sexual experience of his life?
No, not even just sexual. Make a great conversation. If it's like that and it's in another country, can get it. Take
Conversation.
it there a good a great conversation. Like some people are different. Some people's conversations don't move them. Some people you bring a conversation to them and they haven't had it from a woman. And they haven't had it in a while. So they'll sit there for them 5 hours and before you know it, it's time to go back home. Like let me get a couple more hours because they haven't had that. So I feel like a good conversation and whatever else y'all want to take it there. A good conversation.
I'm definitely curious on that. I'm definitely curious. I'm not gonna sit here and say you're wrong or right or anything, but I'm curious about that. Yeah. What do you think? You got 5 hours. What you gonna do? Lock them in. Make them fall deeply in love with you.
Make the ultimate sacrifice, whatever his ultimate sacrifice would be.
What is that?
It depends on the man.
Whatever he wants. Kind of do it. If he was like, cancel that flight and move, just run away from your whole family, you do it. Anything. Jesus Christ.
A man's ultimate sacrifice is his life for his family.
Yeah.
What if he don't got no family?
Still, it's always going to be a fucking family.
There's always somebody that man.
Yeah.
Like, men always sacrifice themselves. Like, I mean, look at like the Orr shooting. I think one of the guys covered a girl that wasn't even his girlfriend, and he sacrificed his life for a random girl in the movie theater. What about you?
I guess make him feel like he's the only person in my life. Like, I'm feeling him.
Okay. What would you do? You got 5 hours to lock him in. Do something special.
Probably be like a mixture of what they both are saying. Because I'm thinking like Hallmark movie cheesy type of crap.
Notebook.
Because you're in a country that you've never been before, and be like, hey, like show me the best coffee place, show me the best dessert place, and he's taking you to his favorite places, and then experiencing that with him, and it's I guess some people will consider it intimate. So just like having that.
Okay. What do you think? You got 5 hours. Lock him in. Lock her in. What do you do? Strap on.
Based on his advice that he was given, we're gonna just be getting it on.
Yeah.
Just fucking.
No,
I guess.
yeah,
the whole 5 hours.
She knows how to critically think.
Yeah, she's smart.
A whole lot of teasing, I can say.
A lot of teasing.
Yeah, I would want him to be kind of teased in every aspect, mentally, physically, emotionally, to make him want some more.
That's kind of a
Make
good
him
idea.
want some more.
You'd
On
have
top
to.
of the head.
it'd be
That's good
hard,
on top
really.
of the head.
Yeah,
On
yeah,
top of that, that's good.
yeah,
Thank you, young man.
yeah.
There you go.
What about you?
I like her answer, and I would add on and say whatever he want to do. Honestly,
Whatever you want to do.
Whatever
Yeah.
he want to do.
No, I really kind of side with him. Where like, I mean, if I was a girl and I had 5 hours, like I think I'd just do the wildest fucking shit. But also the hyper teasing, like maybe some Gluck Gluck 3000 with some fucking like hyper teasing afterwards, definitely would probably make them be like, okay, I got to come back to this. Like like there's no way I got to do
Can't let
whatever it
this one
takes.
go.
Like how much do I got to give to fucking make her come back or whatever? You know? Yeah, I definitely think that.
Hey y'all, Sergio here. I just want to mention I've created a completely free guide that shows you exactly how I went from having low confidence and being painfully awkward around women to easily meeting and dating numerous high quality desirable women in real life without the use of any dating apps or social media. So if you're struggling to get out there, if you have approach anxiety or don't know what to say or how to interact with women to make them want you and are sick of using dating apps with low value girls that hundreds of other guys have been chatting with, click the link in the description below to grab your free guide right now. And if you want private mentorship with me personally to help guide you every step of the way in this process, check out my mentorship program in the description too. I would be happy to help you reach your dating goals and overcome any obstacle you may face. And trust me, if I can do it, you can do it too. I hope to see you soon. Peace out.